all right, settle down. But come on in. Just don't touch anything, don't look at anything, or don't break anything. But you can get cozy. Get cozy with us, because we've got some things here, some really good things that I want to share with the world. I've got some Frederic Malle, some Chanel, some Guerlain. I've got all the things that matter to me. I've got a package from Rudy. Rudy, thank you so much. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. Rudy helps me smuggle perfume contraband into Canada. And I appreciate you, Rudy. A good friend. Anyway, I'm going to turn this around and I'm going to share with you some of my goodies. See you in a bit. What's up, YouTube? Eugene here, back again. I hope you are all well. Just gonna do really an unboxing. This is an unboxing haul video, a very consumption-filled unboxing haul video with Black Friday and all the deals that have been going on. There's also some things that just came in today that have nothing to do with Black Friday. I ordered these about 2 weeks ago without even realizing they're all gonna come together at the same time. It's just kind of how it worked out, but I've got some Frederic Malle, I've got more Chanel, and I've got more Guerlain. So these are all the things that I love to wear, I love to talk about. There's a little bit of Dior here too, but it's not for me. I think I'm done with Dior, but we'll save that for another video. I am not happy with you, Christian Dior, designer or privé. I don't care. And I don't think it's going to get better. I think it's going to get worse. And it's coming from a commercial aspect. They're just going way too commercial for my tastes. So yes, so Christian Dior, I picked up a, so actually my kids are getting into perfume, 17 and 15 years old, and they're really expressing themselves through perfume now, and they're enjoying it, and I like that. And regardless of what it is, you know, at that age, they're pretty much free to wear whatever it is. And they are wearing stuff like this, Sauvage, which personally, it wouldn't be my preference. It's not for me to wear. It's not something that I enjoy wearing. To me, it's very mosquito repellent-ish, cleanser-ish, but you know, if that's what they like, I'm fine with it. I think it's intended for that age bracket, that 15 to 20 years old. But anything outside of that, you know, I really hope that your tastes would kind of expand and you'd explore for something more interesting, something more creative, something that isn't so commercial and mass appealing, and something that really touches you. You know, that's what to me perfume is. It's works of art. It should touch your soul in some way. There's so many better reasons to wear perfume than externally to be noticed, and that's exactly what this is. But you know, for them it's a great start. So I've got this. So that's one of them really liked the Eau de Toilette, and you know, because they can't both possibly wear the Eau de Toilette, it's you know, if one's got white sneakers on, the other's got to have his black sneakers on. So you know, it's always that push and pull sort of thing. So I got the other guy. You know, they both kind of expressed their like for Sauvage. So I got the other guy, the Elixir, which is, it's not very good perfume. You know, I won't tell him that. I'd rather he wear this than nothing at all. But again, it's just not something that I wear, but I'm thrilled that they're wearing it and that they're eventually, hopefully, going to expand their tastes. So yeah, there is some really good sales going on this weekend. And I'm gonna, you know, ton of samples. J'adore, Sauvage. I don't know. I'm just really done with Dior. I don't like the direction they're going with. You know, Demaché, he really shit the bed as it was. And now I think they like, with MFK or FK coming, they got to get rid of the whole damn mattress. Like, he's going to abolish the whole thing. He's literally going to bury Christian Dior. I don't see it getting any better, but it's an abomination of what is going on there. Okay, I've got I've got some, I don't know how we're gonna do this. All right, Chanel. This is Chanel, the Oil Orient massage oil for the body. And I bought my first bottle about 2 Christmases ago exactly. I've done an unboxing here on YouTube, and I'm down to my very last drops. I probably have 2 or 3 ml left in that bottle. That's a 250 ml bottle. And I've been told by people obsessed with skincare not to use this on my face, but it's all I've worn on my face for the last 2 years, and it works for me somehow. I don't know if there's anything better. I'm just a dude. I don't take care of my skin. I wash it with soap and water, and I apply the Chanel body oil on my skin, on my face, and that's it. I don't put it anywhere else on my body. That's where I like it, and it works for me. If there was something better or different, I would be willing to try that too. And I'm hoping that the smell will remain the same. The smell is very light, very faint on here. It's not Orient. I don't know if they mean Oriental. I don't get that vanilla, benzoin, tonka, frankincense sort of thing. To me, it's very rosy. It's just kind of like a morning, fresh, dewy rose, a spring rose. And it smells exactly the same as I know it. But I'm thrilled to have this because I was really holding on to my last couple of mils, you know, for special days, but I'll be dipping into this big time. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's my favorite, one of my favorite products. And for me to go through 250 ml of anything is huge. All right, next I got a Guerlain, and this is the newest packaging from the Arts and Materials. Okay. So what I like, this is Angelique Noir, and interestingly enough, like after I had purchased this, I had a chat with the sales assistant, and just, you know, I started asking her, and this is total coincidence, like, what has been the best seller like lately? And she said Angelique Noir, you know, and it really took me back. Because I remember there was a time when, you know, it used to be Tonka Imperial, and she said, no, Tonka Imperial is selling so poorly, not just at this location, but all locations. It's just not moving. Other big sellers were Cuir Beluga and Neroli Out Renoir. But this is the 100 ml Angelique Noir. I've always really liked Angelique Noir. And the reason is yes, it's vanilla. It's that very high quality vanilla that Guerlain's known for, but it's also really green. It's like green vanilla, green and herbal, and it wears amazing. It wears really good. I just want to put some on to remind me. And I got a bunch of these. Every time I go to the Guerlain counter, I always ask for a bunch of these blotters. I think Guerlain's got the best blotters in the game, like the long and thin style blotters. I love these. I don't like the square or rectangular blotters. Oh yeah. Slightly boozy, aromatic, green, incensey, very woody. It's more woody than floral. It's just great. You know, it's got this contrast, which I love contrast. I love contrast of colors and textures, and it's got all of that. But it's got this kind of this freshness, and then this really great woody, resinous thing going on. So it's almost a contrast of temperatures, which I love. I love that. Annick Menard. Is this Annick Menardo? I can't remember. I think it's Annick Menardo, but I'm not entirely 100%. I'd have to go back and check. Okay, so that's that. Let's go. Oh, let's open up Rudy's package. Rudy, again, a time to musk out. Shout out to you, brother. I really appreciate this. And I've got something really special here. These are not, or were not available in Canada at the time I picked these up. And it is a Frederic Malle in very limited quantity. It was a special edition. Rudy sent some nickels. Next time, send some toonies. Just kidding, Rudy. Just kidding, my man. So Rudy's great. He always, he's become my like go-to donkey whenever I need something shipped across the board. And he's been really great and helpful about it. Usually when I order stuff, I'll ask for a ton of samples. That way I can leave them with Rudy. Kind of like, you know, to show some appreciation. And I'm sure he doesn't mind that either. Okay, so I've got a Chanel and a Guerlain here. Neither of these were available in Canada at the time. And this is, and I've been talking about Coco on my channel lots lately. And I'm obsessed. I've become obsessed with Coco in all iterations, all concentrations. This is Coco Eau De Parfum. And this is not at all available in Canada in 100 milliliters. And I really wanted the 100 ml to match the rest of my bottles. We've only got the 50 ml here. I don't know what's up with their distribution. But let's open this up. And I do have more of a vintagey and older Coco. It's got to be about 10 years old. And it's just, it's grand. It's huge. Okay, there's the cello. It's really thick and perfumey, and I've been telling, you know, the guys, I know it's a woman's marketed perfume, but if you like it, wear it. Don't worry about all that jazz. Don't worry about what section the perfume is being sold in. I don't have my vintage bottle here. I've given it to somebody for the time being, but this does look like it's a slightly lighter color. My bottle is, it does seem more, the color seems darker and thicker. And I don't know if this is going to change with time, but I'm hoping it does. And I just really wanted to see what the difference is between, you know, the older bottles and this modern stuff. But I can imagine, like everything else, it's probably been watered down a little bit, lightened up, made thinner. You know, not to say it's shit or not worth wearing. I'm not really obsessed with, you know, it smells the same, very much the same. I'd say it's a little bit thinner, but that could very much change as soon as you get a little bit of air. You know, pump this a couple of times, get some air in that bottle, give it room to breathe, almost like a fine wine or an old wine, and that can change. This could thicken up. It could get heavier. And Coco is a very heavy perfume on its own, so even if it was made a little bit lighter, that wouldn't be a bad thing. I love Coco, and I love it during this time of year. It's something about that cinnamon, that clove, vanilla thing. Just reminds me of Christmas. It's a special time of year. Very spicy. You know, there's a very small, faint aspect of this where I would say, okay, traditionally it does lean a little bit femme, but anybody, I think anybody could really wear this. And I've become quite comfortable in this, where even the guys that I work with, you know, they've really shown appreciation to this, and they've asked what I'm wearing, and it smells great, and they've complimented me, and nobody said, you smell like a girl. You smells girl, if you know what I mean. But anyway, that's Coco. I have got the Coco Parfum on its way. It's all out of stock. Everything's gone. Like, everything's being sold out crazy for Black Friday. It's hard for them to keep stock. And so I purchased the Coco Pure Parfum, and it's on its way to me. So hopefully that won't be too long. And that's just as glorious. It's so thick and gloopy and woody and resinous. It's amazing. I love it. I'm kind of obsessed. I want it in all concentrations. Even the EDT is amazing. Coco EDT. Okay, let's move on. And this is a limited 20th edition Frederic Malle, which I have yet to own. Oh, the sleeve came off too. So this is one of those special editions, right? You probably all have seen these, but this is my first one. I don't own any others. And let's see, Frederic Malle. Editions de Parfum, Frederic Malle. And this is, oh yeah, you can see it right there. It's in red. So it's in red. And this is Portrait of a Lady. So I really wanted these, one of these at least. You know, I'd like to have more, but they're not easy to find. And they can get quite pricey. But I wanted one at least for a collector's item, just to store away. I won't be wearing it because I do have several other bottles of Portrait of a Lady that I can use before this. But there is the bottle, and you know, I really like what they've done here. It looks kind of like newsprint, and they have every perfume that they've ever created along with the perfumer. And the perfume that is in this bottle is highlighted in red. So there you go. Portrait of a Lady. I think this is my, so I've got a an older 50 ml of Portrait of a Lady. I've got a modern 100 ml, and I've got the Synesthesia limited edition. So that's 3. This would be my 4th bottle. 4th, yes. Okay, so I love that. Sound of the cap. That is Portrait of a Lady. Let's go here. Let's go here. All right, let's go here. Let's do this. And these are Chanel Les Exclusives, and I know I've got all the Chanel exclusive except for one. The only Les Exclusive that I don't currently own is Gardenia, and that is in any concentration, Eau de Toilette or Eau de Parfum. But however, I'll be picking up next spring, possibly. I've said that for a few years now, and I've just never gotten around to it. What I've got here is, I've got 2 Les Exclusives, because these were 25% off at Holt's, and that never, ever, ever happens. And these are, I'll show you the blotters. Okay, I mean, it's not a big deal, but here's the square blotters for Chanel, the Les Exclusive. Okay, here are the blotters for Christian Dior. And I don't know, there's just something about the Guerlain blotters that make it easier to perceive instead of kind of searching for the scent on this massive surface. I feel, and you know, I didn't always believe this, but I feel now I have a better understanding of a perfume on a smaller surface, on this smaller blotter. Okay, so let's open these up. And this is Cuir de Russie, as you can see. I have Cuir de Russie in Eau de Toilette 200 ml, Cuir de Russie in Eau de Toilette 75 ml. And I'm not very familiar with this at all, the Eau de Parfum. But, you know, I bought this because I want to shut up the naysayers, with all the people out there saying the Eau de Parfum suck, they're no good. And, you know, I'm just going to say bullshit, you know. I remember when I first got into Les Exclusives, there was very little information out there. And I remember reading on the forums, just kind of consuming as much information as I can. And the consensus was, you know, they're weak, they're airy, they're light, they're transparent, they're girly, they're floral, they don't last very long, there's no projection, and they were just getting bashed to shit. You can still find those forums out there. You can find those threads trashing the Les Exclusives. Everyone kind of agreed that, yes, they're well made, but they kind of weren't worth it, or they weren't very good, or, you know, all this hoopla was made about performance. So I went out and I discovered them for myself, and all I can say is bullshit, you know. If you want something, use those threads as a reference. Use the YouTube videos as a reference, but go out and discover them for yourself, because you will find meaning different than other people's. We all have different opinions, and we all perceive things differently. And I have a lot of faith in Chanel, and I don't believe that they're going to go and destroy a perfume for no other reason than to save money or any of that, you know, the crap that's been out there. So yeah, as I was discovering Chanel, you know, there was all that jazz about performance and then them not being very good or girly. And then in 2016, when they went to go reformulate, kind of the same thing was said. They ruined the EDTs, you know, which which sucked to begin with, according to these people. They sucked. They ruined the EDTs. The EDPs they're no good. They're this, they're that. You know what? They're not even that much different. And I've yet to come across any review or any post of somebody being able to actually express in an intelligent way of how they were ruined, other than they just suck. You know, it's easy to say something sucks or they fall apart. I've heard it so many times. It's useless. It's you know what it is. Anyway, here is Cuir de Russie, the greatest leather perfume of all time. And you know, going from EDT to EDP, even the EDT is not vintage. Even the EDT goes back to 1920s, 1926. So if you want the real thing, you got to go back that far. And how many of us are going to be able to find, you know, vintage 1920s Cuir de Russie? All I can say is if you love it, get it. I wouldn't worry about all that other crap. And it smells just like Cuir de Russie, or as close as it can. If anything, it's a little bit heavier. It's a little bit thicker. But it's exactly Cuir de Russie as I remember. And I've got 275 ml of Cuir de Russie, which is a gorgeous floral leather perfume. A little bit skanky. Slightly skanky, but as far as I'm concerned, one of the greatest leather perfumes ever, 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 ever. And here's probably one of the most meaningful perfumes in my entire collection as far as my journey has gone. And this is Belle de Respiro in Eau de Parfum. And I'm just kind of obsessed with this perfume. I love it in Eau de Toilette. I don't know it in Eau de Parfum, but you know, at 25% off, I thought that's free. That's a steal, and you're never gonna find Les Exclusives at 25% off ever. So it was only at Holt's, Belle de Respiro, Cuir de Russie, La Pausa, number 18, and I think there was one other. Was it Jersey? Oh, I don't remember. Maybe it was 4, possibly 5. But anyway, I shared the link on my Instagram, or I shared the information. And there we go. Belle de Respiro, a very green, woody, floral perfume. And this, to me, is absolutely gorgeous. It's not the best smelling perfume by any means, but I don't wear perfume for external reasons for other people to smell me. I wear them for my own reasons, for you know, because I enjoy them on a level that other people may not understand. And I'm okay with that too. I don't need other people to understand me or to validate me. It's the last thing that I'm interested in. But this is a very green, very earthy, somewhat aloof. It's got that cold Chanel-esque thing going on. Orsi. I can't even, you know, I know Belle de Respiro like the back of my hand, and I can't say this smells much different than the Eau de Toilette. They're very much alike. And this, you know, this will always remind me of just being in solitude, like living in solitude, like being alone, being separate from everything and everybody, and just discovering yourself in a way that you're tied up with the moment, the present, the now. It's special in that way. You know, I see gray skies, I see green grass, I see cold, fresh air, and I just see being alone, being in love with yourself, and not needing other things, like the complete opposite of what you see here, consumerism. This is the opposite of filling yourself with all this shit. This is being alone in the eternal moment, in the present, in love, and just being connected to God and being connected to yourself. And when I say connected to God, I don't mean, you know, in this hairy fairy kind of fairy tale way where there's this bearded man up in the sky staring at you. I just mean literally love and the present moment, just the right now in consciousness where everything kind of flows. It's that flow of the moment where everything happens at once, where it's literally everything and nothing at the same time. Bella Respiro. It's kind of shook me in a way that no other perfume has, and it's taught me, you know, everything that you need, you already have inside of you, and you just need to dig that out, you know, and you do that by being alone, by spending time alone, and having all these things come out and surface up to the bubble for you, and then kind of navigate your way through them and realize nothing exists outside of you. You are the entire world. Everything is a reflection of you. I can't smell Bella Respiro outside of me. I observe it inside of me. I can't see, you know, when I look at Bella Respiro, I see it inside of me. When I hear it, when I hear anything, all the sounds are inside of me. And the same way they are inside of you, they are inside of you as well. And that's kind of what connects us all, is the present moment. And being inside of that present moment, separate from thoughts, subconscious, ego, judgment, bias. And that's where you find God, in the present moment. In the eternal moment. Bella Respiro has taught me that it will always be right now, the eternal moment. And it can only be right now. It can't be any other time. It can't be the past. It can't be the future. It can only be right now. And being in the right now is where you find love. Sharing a mind with God, sharing a mind with the present, separate from, you know, the thoughts of judgment, the thoughts of limited beliefs. And that's where unconditional love is found. Being connected to the moment, which Bella Respiro is. It is the moment. It is the present moment. The eternal, everlasting present moment. And it's the realization that you are everything. Without judgment. Because the moment doesn't judge. The moment accepts everything. There's no judgment when you're connected to the present moment. The moment doesn't, you know, there's nobody waiting for you at the pearly gates to judge you. Only man judges. The moment love, God doesn't judge. God accepts us all. It's an ever-loving God. And he accepts Mother Teresa and Hitler the same. That's right. Only we judge. Because we're separate from the moment. And we're connected to ego. And we're connected to beliefs, ideologies, judgments, attachments, and all kinds of things that take us away from our true selves, our highest selves. Bella Respiro, who knew all that in a bottle of perfume? And that's why I love Bella Respiro. because I feel I'm grounded in Bella Respiro. I'm grounded in nature. When I go out in nature, I feel I'm connected. You know, it's a place for me to re-energize, to de-stress, leave my anxiety out there, let nature absorb my anxiety. And it's a place to feel good. Fresh air, earth, animals, ground, sun, water, wind, the sounds, the elements. Thank you for watching. I love you.